Okay. Just begin by closing your eyes, allowing yourself to breathe normally. We're going to go together on a little journey. And the journey is your inner landscape. And the meditation will cover 3 beautiful aspects of your amazing evolution in this life. The first will be about weeding the garden. The second will be planting seeds. And the third will be the beautiful state of detachment. And so there's nothing that you need to do. Just breathe normally. You can close your eyes and go inside and get yourself wonderfully relaxed. And if you fall asleep, that's okay too. Just promise not to snore. And allow yourself to be yourself. To help you access this beautiful state, I'm going to count backwards from 7 to 0. And when I get to 0, you will have access to the quantum world, the universe of the universes, a place from whence you came and one day shall return. But you're always there too. And you're here too. And that's okay. I want you to go and give yourself permission to explore your negativity. And think of it as if it were a weed in your garden that you're just going to pull out and then throw away. You don't need it anymore. Think of it as a learning curve or a learning experience. And this is good. I want you to picture the number 7 in the inner vision of your mind. Picture it as the color red, like a fire engine. If you have difficulty or challenges in the art of visualization, that's okay. Simply draw the number 7 with the tip of your nose, and it'll show up on the screen. You don't need to worry about that. And the 7 is the color red because it represents your connection to Mother Earth, grounded presence in this life. It enables you to really come into your body and embrace your humanity and the feminine spirit, the grounded Earth Mother. And this is the generation of passion, and creates a beautiful support, a wonderful container for your heart and access to your inner life. The number 7 is your lucky number, and that vital red energy emanates from the core of the earth and comes up into the bottom of your feet throughout your whole body. And it's a beautiful energy. And as you embody yourself, of course, some of our old issues come up. And these issues get in the way of passion, of expressing ourselves. In fact, sometimes they even cause us to suppress our most passionate love for ourselves, for God, for others, for our work, because of the negativity that gets in the way. the limiting thoughts that have nothing to do with you. And I mean that. They have nothing to do with you. They're just thoughts. So, probably some hurtful experience is where those thoughts began. So just look for negativity. It could be feelings of worthlessness. If you feel worthless sometimes, pull that weed out of your garden and toss it away. If you have a lot of judgments about yourself or others, pull those weeds out. If you're ashamed of your vulnerability, because maybe someone teased you or made fun of you or mocked you for being such a sensitive person, and you've shut it down, you've made it wrong, pull that weed out of the garden. If you have a capacity to gossip and be vicious about others, either in your own private thoughts or colluding with other people against a third party, especially one that's not present, that is not who you are. Pull that weed out of the garden. If you're dealing with shame and worthlessness because of something you've done that you regret, or something that was done to you that humiliated you, it could have to do with sexual experiences that were not in your highest and best good. It could have to do with a business deal that wasn't as crisp and clean as it could have been, where you compromised your values. It doesn't matter. It was just a mistake. It's not who you are. The inappropriate sexual experience is not who you are. You're not that. It's just how you learned your boundaries. What is appropriate for you in accordance to your values, and what is not appropriate for you. If you have this kind of shame, weed your garden now, because it is stopping the flow of passion, and it's keeping you from your purpose, which is so extraordinary. Also, it could be anger. If someone's really, really angry, it's because they really, really hurt. If someone's hurt you deeply and you can't forgive them, pull that weed out of the garden and toss it. Now I want you to picture the number 6. And the number 6 is, in fact, the color orange. And this has to do with creativity. This has to do with the generation of desire, your fiery passion, the kundalini that moves up your spine and up into your heart, that's so vital and so beautiful. And this flow of energy is libido. This kundalini is awesome, man, because it brings on the next generation. That's how you were born, because of that fiery passion. It brought you into your generation. And if you have children, or if you have children coming in the future, it is that fiery passion that will bring those souls onto this planet. And that is so beautiful. If there's something in you, a darkness around that creative expression, around maybe the human acts of sexuality, or closeness, or intimacy, if you have any yucky stuff there, guilt, anything, pull that weed out of your garden and toss it right now. Very nice. Very nice. And I can tell, I can feel the burden lightening for you. Lighten your load by weeding your garden every day. How exciting for you. It's just so simple, because this negativity has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with your mission or purpose or passion or creative expression or sexual expression to your partner, or if you direct that energy into your work. It's all beautiful. It's all created by the Creator for you to enjoy. And so if you're not enjoying it, then there's a lot of weeding to do in your garden every day, every day, every day. How beautiful. Next, I want you to picture the number 5 in the inner vision of your mind. And this color is yellow, like the sun on a beautiful day at midday. And this has to do with solar plexus. This has to do with claiming your power and stepping out into the world with your purpose, with not putting your foot on the brake, with not second-guessing yourself, without having negative intentions or sabotaging the things that you need to do, the actions that you need to take in order to bring your truth, your majestic, creative, beautiful, intelligent passion out into the world, which is, if you don't, rips off the entire world, because you are so magnificent. If you have any of this stuff blocking stepping out, taking risks, then you need to weed your garden right now. Just pull those weeds out, toss them in the bin. They're no longer serving you, and they're no longer serving anyone else. It's an unnecessary sabotage, or we like to call negative intention, that dilutes your power, your generosity, that needs to come out in a much bigger way, now and in the future. How beautiful. Okay, so guess what? We've got the red in the legs, the orange in the pelvis and sacrum, and we've got the yellow in the solar plexus and lower back and mid back. Wow, these fiery colors are so human. They're so delicious. They're so outrageous. They're so bright. And they make you glow like a Christmas tree. You are so drop-dead gorgeous, I cannot believe it. Amazing, once you weed that garden, how this energy begins to mobilize and starts to flow through you. Very cool. It's very cool. Now, please picture the number 4 in the inner vision of your mind. The color of the 4 is forest green. Yeah. Think of a rainforest. And after the rain, how green and bright and fresh and new and crisp and regenerating it is. Yowzer! This is your heart. This is your love. This is your passion. And it comes out in 2 places. When you pull your shoulders back, you feel this energy between your shoulder blades. Man, this is the will to love. So no matter how much life challenges you, or your partner puts stuff on you that's hurtful, or whatever, someone could betray you in business, or you feel let down, guess what? It's this energy between the shoulder blades, this intention to love no matter what, that keeps you jumping back on your horse and galloping into the future. And it's also beautiful because it fills your chest. And it goes all the way through your arms and your elbows. Really hold this energy so beautifully. They're elegant. When you stretch your arms out, you touch souls like no one else can, with your gems, with your beauty, with your creativity. How magnificent. This is your destiny, to bring this love out, because it is so grounded now with the red, the orange, the yellow. This green is vital. It fills any room you walk in. Your auric field with the heart energy comes around the corner 5 minutes before you do. And so, I want you to start the second aspect, the second element of our meditation today by planting seeds in the fertile soil of energy and consciousness. What seeds need to be planted today for you, into your heart and the vibration of your soul? So you're going to use these powerful colors of the red, the orange, the yellow, and the vibrant green, forest green, You're going to just drop the seeds in all those areas. Your legs, your pelvis, your solar plexus, and your heart. All these very human areas. What seeds do you want to plant? I'll suggest a few, but you decide. This is your life. Is it romance you're after? Your life partner? Someone special who really sees you? If you already have this person, maybe you just want to put another log in the fire. You want to heat things up with he or she, because sometimes life gets in the way. And you want this relationship to just go to the next level and the next level and the next level, and have your hearts and souls and bodies come closer and closer, and the intimacy grow deeper and deeper as the days, weeks, months, and years go on. So plant those seeds quickly into all areas of energy and consciousness about your partner or your partner that's forthcoming. It's such a beautiful thing, and no one deserves it more than you. You were born to have that deep love, that deep affection, that passion, that richness, that companionship, that support. Why not you? You haven't done anything wrong. There's nothing wrong with you. So you made a few mistakes. Who hasn't? You're magnificent, you're creative, you're dynamic, you're beautiful, and you deserve that love. You know, and if someone can't match you, then just say to them, look, if you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. I'm on fire, babe. And you either meet me in my place of truth, or I give you your walking papers. You don't need to be codependent with anybody. You just go out and scream, next, and just let them go. Wash your hands of them, and just say next. You don't need that. You don't need that codependency. You don't need anybody in your life who doesn't see how magnificent you are. If they don't get you, you give them their walking papers. See you in the next life, buddy. I've had enough. And just let go. Just let it go and say, all right, universe. All right, God. All right, Mother Earth. All right, Jesus, Buddha, whatever. Bring it on. Bring on the next passion. Yeah? So you know how to plant that seed. Just plant it and just allow it to come to you. The next number, of course, is the number 3. And the color is blue, like the sky on a gorgeous day. And this, of course, represents the throat and the truth. What is the truth of your life? We're getting into the deep spiritual elements now. What seeds need to be planted in truth? What is your life purpose? What do you need to say that hasn't been said? Who do you need to talk to have closure, completion, and letting go? Who do you need to meet? Who do you need to network with to get your business to the next level, or your career, or your finances? What needs to happen next? What are the next steps? Do you need to write some emails? Do you need to write an article? Do you need to start a blog? Do you need to build a website? Do you need to write a book? What needs to come out now? What in truth brings your magnificence out? Whatever needs to be planted, plant those seeds now. The red in the legs, orange in the pelvis, the yellow in the solar plexus, the green in the heart. Now the blue in the throat. Speaking your truth and taking action on behalf of that truth raises your self-esteem like nothing else. And of course, conversely, anything you do that's out of integrity with your values and your own deepest personal truth, any compromises will lower your self-esteem, and you don't need it anymore. You simply do not need it anymore. So plant your seeds of truth right now in the fertile soil of energy and consciousness. It's such a beautiful thing. Now put your hands on your heart for the rest of this. We're going to go to a new section, the third section, which is a place of detachment. And for those of you who are sort of familiar to this kind of mystical meditation, I'll just give a little explanation. Many times the ego mind is attached to the outcome. And if you don't get the outcome the way you want it, the ego gets upset. So it starts forcing. It gets aggressive or passive aggressive. It starts pushing. It puts a demand on God or the universe to give me what I want. The problem is, if it's not in truth, it will not happen. No matter how much you pray or jump up and down, if it's not in truth, if it's not meant to be yours, it will not happen. And if you could accept that, life flows a lot easier. And so this is the most sacred of the sacreds. This is a place of detachment. You put your purest intention out. You ask the Creator for what you want. You clear any blocks. You do as much work as you possibly can to get out of your own way. But then you must surrender. You must surrender to God within you, to Spirit within you, to whatever your spiritual path is or teacher is. You must surrender and let go. That is the holiest of the holies. That is the state of detachment. And this is cross-cultural. This has crossed many, many spiritual paths for many, many centuries. And it is such a beautiful thing, a beautiful state to live in. And then, if some difficulty comes your way, a difficult relationship, or an illness, or a business that doesn't work out, you know it's meant to happen. You don't need to beat yourself up. You just say, this is on my plate for a reason. This marital breakdown, this health crisis, it means I need to go deeper and let go of something that's not in truth. You don't need to beat yourself up or make yourself wrong because something didn't work out. You just say, all right, it's not meant to be, and as the dust clears, something more beautiful will emerge. And that is like trusting the process of life. It is magnificent. It is beautiful, and only for the spiritually courageous. Only for the spiritually courageous who trust life and their Creator and their inner person and their soul's journey. How beautiful, how magnificent the letting go and the letting be that comes to you from the sacredness of detachment. And so, I want you to see now, as you allow your life to unfold in the most magnificent, beautiful way, I want you to have a picture of yourself in the inner vision of your mind, of you in the most passionate state, filled with love, filled with creativity, and just putting you out with reckless abandon, not worrying about what other people think, not worrying, not caring if they think you're a tall poppy or if they want to gossip about you or put you down. Just let them do it. Just let them do it. You do your thing anyway. You do your thing. Forget about what they think. Forget about what mother thinks. Forget about what the boss at work thinks. Do your thing the way you know it best, and watch your self-esteem go through the ceiling, through the moon. Yeah. And so now we come to another state, and this is the third eye, and the color is purple. And this is about perception. This is about seeing the truth. Or when others are lost and colluding about something that you know in your heart is not truthful, you do not have to collude. You can remain detached and let them do what they want to do. Let the masses do what they want to do. You stand in your truth, and your third eye knows. The purple is majestic. It represents eternal truth. It represents divine guidance. It represents allowing, detachment, evolved perceptual abilities, the ability to channel, the ability to be compassionate, the ability to forgive, the ability to move on in the most sacred way. This is who you are. These are the seeds and the imprints in your brain and your mind that you can create each and every day with this style of meditation. Clearing the blocks from the weeding, planting the seeds in all states of energy and consciousness in body, mind, spirit, heart, and soul. And this brings me to number 1. And this is the crown. The color is violet. And this is where you channel the masculine side, the intellectual side, the analytical side of energy and consciousness. You can channel the Akashic records. You can channel divine angels, if that's your belief system. You can channel spiritual masters. Or just God. Whatever you choose, whatever's right for you, is what you should do. And allow this amazing information to come through you that no one can channel exactly like you. There has never been and never will be another human being on this planet exactly like you. You're a chip off the old block of God like no other chip. So now's the time to own it. There's no more excuses to be mediocre. There's no more time to compromise. You came here for magnificence. You came here to serve. So get the selfish motives out of the way. Get the compromising and beating yourself up. Get that out of the way and get that channel open. From the crown all the way down to your tippy toes and to the base of the earth. And open up your heart. And so this comes to now toward the end of our meditation. And we're going to go to the 0. And I want you to picture a 0. And the color is violet white. And this is the violet white represents the healing vibration in the universe. Violet white opens the 0 up, and you float through, all of you, into the quantum field. Body, mind, spirit, heart, and soul. You've weeded your garden. You've planted your seeds. You're not attached to the outcome. You're just in a surrendered state, and you float. And in this place, you feel so loved. You feel so beautiful and magnificent and intelligent and gorgeous and sexy and wonderful. You have the purest intentions for yourself. And you see the little child in everyone. And you have compassion for them. And you can hold them as if they were a child. Because part of us always is. And you can drop all your judgments. And you can just surrender with complete safety and trust and detachment. I'm just going to give you a few minutes now to have a conversation with God. And by God, I mean you.